Genesis chapter 39. Now Joseph was taken down to Egypt, and Potiphar, an officer of Pharaoh, commander of the guard, an Egyptian, bought him from the Ishmaelites who had bought him there. The Lord was with Joseph while he lived in the house of his master, the Egyptian, and everything went well with him. His master could see that God was with Joseph, and everything worked well for him. So Joseph pleased his master, who made him overseer of his house and of all that he owned. And from the time he put him in charge of his household and all his possessions, God blessed the Egyptian's house because of Joseph. He blessed all that the Egyptian owned, his household and his land. The Egyptian left all he had in the care of Joseph, and with Joseph fully in charge, he concerned himself with nothing except the food that he ate. Now Joseph was a handsome man and well built. After some time, his master's wife, who had her eyes on him, said to him, "Sleep with me." But he refused and said to her, "With me in charge, my master has no concern about anything in the house, and has entrusted to me all that he has. He is no more master in this house than I am, and he has kept nothing from me except yourself, of course, because you are his wife. How then could I do such an evil thing and sin against God?" Although day after day she kept on speaking to Joseph, he would not agree to sleep with her or give himself to her. It happened that one day when he entered the house to attend to his duties, none of the domestic servants was in the house. Then Potiphar's wife caught hold of Joseph by his cloak, saying, "Come to bed with me." But Joseph left his cloak in her hands and ran out of the house. Seeing that he had left the cloak in her hands as he ran out of the house, she called her domestic servants and said, "Look, a Hebrew has been brought here to insult us. He came here to molest me, so I screamed. And when he heard me scream, he left his cloak with me and ran out of the house." Then she kept the cloak by her until the master came home. She then told him this story: "That Hebrew slave of yours came to make sport of me. But when I screamed, he left his cloak with me and ran out of the house." When his master heard what his wife told him, "This is how your servant treated me," he blazed with anger. He took Joseph and put him in prison, where the king's prisoners were kept. But while Joseph was in prison, the Lord was with him and showed him kindness, so that he was well liked by the warden of the prison. The warden put him in charge of all the prisoners and made him responsible for all that was done there. The warden did not interfere with anything that was under Joseph's care, because the Lord was with him and gave him success in everything he did.